why it's so quiet. I don't do well with quiet. There we go. Bring up the instructions for what I'm building today. How to do this. Six oh 465. I'm not sure if that worked. Let's see, where's the instructions? Where are the instructions? Okay, come on. Now, building instructions, there we go. Emergency air ambulance airplane. Okay, so it's just okay. Now I understand now. All right. Still kind of learning how this works. Okay, well, I hope that looks all right. Just gonna move in this window so I can still see the chat. All right, there we go. So. Gotta have my co-host up here. 3, bad 1. Hey, that's the best. Okay, well, the doc doesn't want to stay up there. He doesn't want to keep his hair on either. Now that I have 2 airplanes, I really need to get some more tables. And have I need at least 2 more tables at the minimum. At least need 2 more tables so that I have room for the shop and for the airport and the hotel. I haven't gotten the airport yet. I definitely want to get the airport. I start yawning as soon as I get on this. His visor does not want to stay on. Ah, now I don't know where the visor went. This battery's dead. Yeah. I have no idea where this visor went. I have to do some digging for this visor because I can't see it anywhere. Wow, there's a very unhappy look on this person's face. Okay, I do not like these visors. This visor. It's really frustrating with this visor line. Oh, well, I guess that is what it is. So I guess this is the person that gets hurt, since this is an air ambulance. Because this person's skiing, so this has to be the person that gets hurt. Alright, here we go. Here's where the actual directions. Excuse me. The actual directions start. Okay, so I think y'all can see the directions. Cicadas into madness, unraveling my sadness. It reminds me of um, a litter that I learned on when I was doing one of my CLS classes. We actually did a little relay. It's kind of the final exam. It was fun. We had to run, get the litter, unfold the litter, um, bandage the person up, get them on the litter, and then bring them back. Then recheck them. It was fun. It was a fun class. I enjoy doing that CLS class every once in a while. Yes, okay, this is a snow litter or something like that, I'm guessing. like a litter where you can put someone in, strap them down, and then um, carry them. The biggest problem in that would be the securing them so they don't move if they wake up while they're um, secured. Think of a different word. Something that we learned about during the Korean and Vietnam wars was the golden hour. That after a traumatic injury, if you can get someone to a higher level of care, then they have the best chance of survival. Um, because during those wars, what combat medics mostly did was um, morphine and bandaging people up a little bit. But we did start doing a better level of field care, as in a field hospital, a MAX unit. But getting the people to the unit was the biggest issue. Then we started using helicopters. There was before that where during the World Wars, um, ambulances, not ambulances, taxis were turned into ambulances basically, and trucks. But what they did different in Vietnam and Korea was they got the helicopters and put those little bubble things you see and the opening to mash on them. And one problem they found out is that people would wake up and not realize what was going on, and suddenly they're thrashing about in there, and then the helicopter would go down. So it became common practice to just pump them full of morphine so that hopefully they didn't wake up in that bubble. I mean, I couldn't imagine how horrible that would feel when you wake up and suddenly, oh no, this is the snowmobile itself. Um, and suddenly you're strapped into this thing, and you may not be able to see, even though the bubble is translucent. Who knows how dirty it was? I Who knows how much blood you lost? It's very. I've read a bunch about the how emergency medicine in that context came to be. It's very interesting. I mean, emergency medicine ambulances were still a fairly new thing back then, and that level of trauma, dealing with emergency medicine, was very new. It's a very interesting history, emergency medicine. I don't know what I'm looking at. I'm just kind of zoning out. There we go. Here's the person just waiting to have an accident because they're skiing. When I was younger, I would have wanted to go skiing. But back then, I could get hurt and not be down for a month. Speedy has a bunch of friends right now. I don't know. I don't want to build something and I don't at the same time. And tomorrow, or sometime during the week, I may go up to IKEA and I like the stickers. Stickers look neat. How can a Lego person have a broken bone? What do you think, Scrapjaw? I mean, I guess there's so much about the world, the Lego world, that doesn't make sense. So much. Will you hold on to that for me? So dehydrated. Starved and dehydrated myself for a couple of days to try to make my tape test, and I was still off by an inch. Somehow I went up. One day I taped, I was an inch over, and the next day I was 2 inches over. And, I'm exercising more to try to take care of that. I'm just insanely dehydrated, I guess. Good show. Oh, Baron season 2. Well, I guess I'm not going to build anything else right now. Oh well.